I just left one Jets drive, and I'm going to break down everything I took away from Jets training camp this morning. Justin Fields in the offense absolutely had a bounce-back day, which was much needed because we had a lot of reports coming out the past few days that Justin Fields in the offense was struggling through the air. Well, today was a positive for Justin Fields, and there's a lot of other takeaways that I'm excited to provide you guys in this video. As you guys know, when I'm at practice, it's a different energy because I can give you guys my own takeaways with my own eyes, what I saw at practice, and I'm excited to break it all down in this video. So make sure you guys stay all the way to the end because we're going to break down everything you need to know about what happened at One Jets Drive this morning. Don't forget to hit the like button if you guys enjoy the content. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and feel free to comment down below your thoughts if you were at practice today because it was open to the public. I got to meet a lot of Jets fans today, which is absolutely awesome. So don't forget to comment your thoughts if you were at practice, or even if you were not at practice, let me know your biggest takeaways based off all the tweets that you saw. So let's get straight into business. The first thing I want to talk about is how it all started. The opening drive of this Jets practice was the New York Jets getting a touchdown, all right? It all started on their own 30-yard line. The offense drove 70 yards down the field for a touchdown. I'm going to break it down for you right here. So basically, it was capped off from a Justin Fields touchdown throw to Garrett Wilson. But how did they get all the way down to the red zone? Justin Fields was precise, in rhythm, and absolutely in a flow state. And the big thing I took away from that opening drive was no penalties. Oh, wow. How about that? The discipline finally showing up on that drive. And that goes to show you when you don't get penalties, you have a holding penalty or a false start penalty, you stay ahead of the sticks, things like this is going to happen. So it's really cool to see that after an off day, Justin Fields and the offense, they start off practice red hot and get in the end zone. So Breece Hall had a nice handoff up the middle on that drive for a first down. The offensive line was fantastic today, both in the run game and protecting the quarterback, which was awesome. Justin Fields was 3 for 4 and 10-plus rushing yards on that drive with a passing touchdown. 2 receptions to Garrett Wilson. The other one was to Breece Hall on the flat. And you talk about that touchdown throw to Garrett Wilson from Justin Fields. It was perfect. You talk about the ball was snapped inside the 10, I think it was around like inside the 10-yard line, 15-yard line, and Justin Fields throws it up to Garrett Wilson immediately, put it up right where Garrett Wilson can make the play, away from the defenders. That's exactly what you want to see from Justin Fields. You have to throw it up to Garrett Wilson in the red zone, allow him to go make a play on the ball. So really cool to see the Jets offense start off practice scorching hot. The next time we got to see Justin Fields and the offense back on the field against the starting defense, they started the ball this time on the 25-yard line in the red zone, and it was capped off by a Justin Fields rushing touchdown. The first play, I believe, Fields threw it over the middle to Garrett Wilson, and it was almost a tremendous grab near the goal line. But McCrary Ball, who has been an absolute stud for the New York Jets, the third linebacker behind Jamie Sherwood and Quincy Williams, he made a heck of a play on Garrett Wilson, forcing the incompletion. Garrett Wilson was very frustrated. He felt like he should have came down with that. The very next play, they threw a screen pass to Garrett Wilson. He picked up a few yards, and then the Jets kept running the football with Braelon Allen and Breece Hall. They got all the way down inside the 5-yard line, and then eventually on 3rd and goal, Justin Fields play-action boot, tried to get it to Breece Hall through the air, but he was covered. So Justin Fields does what he does best, and he was able to get the touchdown with his legs, beating all the Jets defenders to the pylon. Touchdown Jets. So the 2 times Justin Fields got on the football field against the starters, he came away with the touchdown. First one through the air, and the second one on the ground. And then the final play of Justin Fields when he was on the field that I wanted to highlight was the 2-minute drill to finish off practice. The Jets had the ball on their own 30-yard line, and they simulated a drive-the-field drill with 1 minute on the clock with a few timeouts to work with. The first play, Justin Fields was spinning around the pocket, didn't really have anywhere to go, and he had a crazy athletic jump throw to Tyler Johnson. I mean, I was watching, I'm like, all right, this is a broken play. He's going to get sacked. But before any pass rusher was able to get home, he was maneuvering the pocket perfectly, found some space in the pocket, and then had this crazy athletic jump throw to Tyler Johnson for the first down. I'm like, damn, that is the absolute athleticism and the talent right there on full display from Justin Fields. The next play, I believe, was a read option, and Justin Fields kept it, and he ran for 2 yards, 2nd and 8, And then the next play, sorry, my phone keeps sliding off my wheel here. But the next play after that, I believe Justin Fields completed one to Garrett Wilson over the middle of the field for the first down to get the Jets in field goal range. And Garrett Wilson was all over the place today. I think he had like 3 or 4 or 5 catches over the middle. Really cool to see that connection heating up at practice because Garrett Wilson has been pretty quiet these last few days. So really cool to see GW get involved. And then Harrison Mevis was the man to get the field goal, hit the upright and went in. And the Jets succeeded offensively penalty on that drive because there's 60 seconds on the clock. You have a few timeouts. You got to drive the field and at least get 3 points. That's exactly what the Jets did. So that was a check for the Jets starting offense there. They did some other drills, which was cool, where they simulated what it would be like in a situation when the Jets are backed up on their own 1-yard line. That's very important to practice because that happens in games when you get pinned deep from an opposing team's punt. So that was really cool to see. Justin Fields, he had a really nice throw to Garrett Wilson when they were backed up on their own 1-yard line. But the star of that drill was Braelon Allen. The Jets handed the ball off to him, and on the right side, Armand Membu and Elijah Vera-Tucker just opened up hole after hole for Braelon Allen. There was a back-to-back plays where Braelon Allen got the ball, got through the offensive line, got into the second level, and the very next play, Braelon Allen is loose, and there's no way you're going to bring that man down in the open field, and he was like elite today. Braelon Allen was fantastic. The run game was great. The offensive line was great. The negatives today, Jeremy Ruckert. There was an interception from Justin Fields, but I'm not even going to talk about that because the interception was all on Jeremy Ruckert. All right, the ball was snapped, and Olu Fashanu actually got called for a holding on that play. Will McDonald screamed off the edge, and Olu got called for holding. Fields, because he felt the pressure, rolled to his left, threw across his body a perfect ball to Jeremy Ruckert, hit his hands, tipped up in the air, picked off by Brandon Stevens. Definitely not on Justin Fields at all. I mean, all the incompletions from Fields today were either throwaways or drop passes. I think he had one bad throw, which was just an underneath check down to Beck over the middle. Outside of that, Justin Fields looked pretty good today. The timing was great. The anticipation, all that was fantastic. So my biggest takeaways was the offense absolutely stepped up today because it feels like the last few days, there's a lot of concern from Jets fans about Justin Fields. He's not reading the defense as well. Today, it felt like he was in command. He felt like he was in a flow state. And I think a big reason for that was the offense not having a lot of penalties, the receivers catching the ball outside of Jeremy Ruckert, of course. All those factors matter. You can't just expect the quarterback to go out there and be perfect without the system and without his players around him helping him out. So big-time plus from Justin Fields. We just found out from Aaron Glenn today that the starters will be playing against the Green Bay Packers, which is very important to note here. So definitely excited to see what the starting offense looks like against the Green Bay Packers on Saturday night. That's big. That is absolutely big. And I want to remind you guys, I will be live for the entire game, live play-by-play reaction right here on Jets Media for Saturday night's preseason game. So don't forget to subscribe here to the channel. Hit the notification bell if you did not already so you get notified every single time I make a video or go live. So that's going to wrap up this video, folks. I'm going to head back to Long Island. Wish me luck through the New York traffic. Absolutely love coming to Jets training camp. The next time I will be here, the New York Giants will be here, which is what, August 12th? Next Tuesday, so that's going to be a lot of fun. So there's a lot of things to get situated before that happens. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, folks, and comment down below a Jet emoji if you stayed all the way to the end. I'm out of here, folks. Let's go Jets, and that's my Jets report.